The first thing I did after being reborn was to return my maid's contract of servitude and agree to her marriage with the top scholar. Because in my previous life, the maid had impersonated me and secretly fallen in love with Mobai, who was staying in the Prime Minister's residence. She became pregnant before marriage. After Mobai achieved the highest score in the imperial examination, he came to propose marriage at the residence. My father agreed. The maid, in despair, threw herself into a well, one corpse, two lives lost. On our wedding night, Mobai discovered that I was not the woman he loved. Without showing it, he secretly investigated and concluded that I had been jealous of the maid and had forced her to her death. For the next 10 years, he rose rapidly with the help of my family's influence. On the surface, he treated me with gentleness and care, but when our family was implicated in a treason case, he kicked us while we were down, causing my father's wrongful death and the exile of my entire family. Under his torment, I was eventually thrown into an icy pond in the dead of winter and drowned. When I opened my eyes again, I had returned to the day he came to propose. The bone-piercing cold and suffocating feeling of near death seemed to still linger in my body. Pale-faced, my teeth trembling slightly, I stared silently at the youthful face in the mirror, calculating how to kill Mobai. I knew he would come today with great fanfare, making sure everyone knew. Everyone said that the newly crowned top scholar had fallen in love at first sight with the Prime Minister's daughter, a match made in heaven. In truth, the one he fell for was my maid, Jean K. Mobai had distant kinship ties with my family, which was why he stayed at our residence while preparing for the exams. My father appreciated talent and treated him with courtesy. My elder brother also spoke highly of him, saying he had the makings of a top scholar. Jean K developed feelings and impersonated me, approaching him again and again. They quickly fell in love and even conceived a child. I had no particular feelings for Mobai, but I knew it was a good match. A young top scholar with talent, backed by my father's support, would surely have a brilliant future. Moreover, his poor family background meant he would have to rely on us. No one would dare mistreat me. So when my parents asked, I agreed. But this time, when Madame Chen from my mother's side came to find me, she said, "Young Master Li is asking to marry Jean K, the maid by your side. Madame wants you to decide." I immediately understood. Mobai had also been reborn. Jean K had taken 3 days sick leave. In reality, her pregnancy was unstable, and she dared not move much, staying in bed and missing the chance to explain things to Mobai. I took Madame Chen to see her. She didn't look pregnant yet, just pale. I said, "The top scholar wants to marry you." Her face lit up with joy, then flushed with shy embarrassment. She didn't dare meet my eyes. She was afraid I would question her about Mobai, but I asked nothing. I had another maid dress her up and took her to meet him. When Mobai saw her, he froze for a moment, then his eyes reddened. He hadn't seen her for 10 years. But when he looked at me again, his gaze turned to hatred. My hatred was no less than his. I had thought about hiding it, but the moment I saw him, memories of my previous life flooded in. My father executed, my mother dying in exile, my brother crippled, my sister-in-law committing suicide, one nephew dead and another injured, my entire family destroyed, because of him. The hatred surged uncontrollably. I said that Jean K was a servant of my household, and I didn't know when the top scholar had taken a liking to her. But since a gentleman helps others fulfill their wishes, and since he sincerely wished to marry her, I, as her mistress, had no reason to object. I returned her contract of servitude to her. "You are free now." Jean K was so moved that tears streamed down her face. Mobai's expression was complicated. He cupped his fists in thanks and was about to leave. "Wait," I said. He turned back, wary. At that moment, a servant led a doctor inside. I pointed at Jean K. "Dr. Huang, please take this young lady's pulse." Jean K panicked and hid behind Mobai. He shot me a look full of disappointment and disgust. No need. My mother had already seen through the situation. She ordered 2 strong servant women to hold Jean K down. Afraid of harming the child, Jean K didn't dare struggle and had no choice but to let the doctor examine her. Her face turned deathly pale. "The fetus is somewhat unstable, but it's nothing serious. I'll prescribe some medicine to stabilize the pregnancy." My mother was furious. "Shameless thing." Jean K flushed red with shame and fear, instinctively about to kneel and admit fault, but Mobai pulled her back. "You are no longer a servant of this residence. There is no need to kneel before them. Madame Nan, Jean K is my fiancé. Please mind your words." He still thought he was the emperor's favored minister of the future, someone everyone had to respect. My mother slammed her teacup in anger. My father gave him a cold look. The top scholar certainly has quite the airs to dare lecture the lady of the prime minister's household. Mobai stiffened. He had come back to his senses. "Other than the unstable pregnancy, are there any other problems?" he asked. "No." I looked at him. "Listen carefully. Your fiancé is leaving my residence perfectly healthy. If anything happens to her later, injury or death, do not blame my family. And another thing, maids of my household who engage in illicit relations can legally be beaten to death. In other words, if I wanted to kill Jean K, I could do it openly. There would be no need to force her into death in secret." Mobai understood. His expression wavered. My father told him to leave. As he was leaving, he ran into Zhao Sai's, who had just arrived. "Uncle Nan, don't rush to betroth sister Jean Ting to Mobai. Consider me instead." Mobai's face darkened. He stopped walking. Zhao Sai's was the young master of the Duke Qing'en's household, the empress's nephew. We had known each other since childhood. He had 2 older brothers and 1 sister and was spoiled beyond measure. Though he was a notorious playboy, he wasn't incompetent. In this year's exam, he had even ranked 37th in the second tier. In my previous life, when he came to propose, I had already agreed to marry Mobai. But I had compared the two privately. The Zhao family was actually a very good match. The elders were kind, the siblings harmonious, and Zhao Sai's was the type who would take you out to enjoy life when things were peaceful, and shield you from storms when trouble came. And indeed, that proved true. After my family fell, he abandoned his carefree lifestyle, sought an official post, and ran around trying to help us. He even found key evidence to clear my father's name. Such a great favor could never be repaid, even by offering myself in marriage. My eyes reddened. Zhao Sai stared at me blankly. Hey, are you scared or happy? I burst out laughing. Li Mobai is proposing to Jin K. Why are you panicking? Zhao Sai's froze, then looked at Li Mobai in disbelief. After a long pause, he muttered, Brother Li truly has unique taste. Li Mobai's face grew even uglier. My engagement to Zhao Sai's was soon settled. Li Mobai found an opportunity to speak to me while I was out. In the previous life, you caused Jink's death and already paid the price. We're even now. In this life, as long as you don't harm her and behave yourself, I won't go after your Nan family again. Zhao Sai's may not be an ideal match, but he's more than enough for you. Forget about me and live your life with him properly. Put away those vicious thoughts and don't try to make things difficult for Jin K again. As for exposing her pregnancy and embarrassing her, I'll let it go for the sake of you returning her contract. But if you don't change, don't blame me for being ruthless. He spoke from a position of superiority, his expression fierce, his eyes cold like arrows, exactly the same as when he tore all pretenses apart with me in our previous life. But back then, he wore fine brocade, jade boots, and priceless ornaments. Now, he was dressed in a faded robe with nothing of value on him. Half of a person's authority comes from appearance. Right now, he looked like nothing more than a powerless madman, yet he hadn't realized that he had nothing to bargain with. I looked at him calmly. Not even. He sighed and called my childhood name. Jinping, why go this far? I never liked someone like you, arrogant and talentless. Jin K told me everything. Your reputation for talent was all built by her and Mingchan. You must have known about us in the previous life, yet you still chose to marry me and forced her to death. Forget it. You were my wife for 10 years. That should be enough. So blind. In the previous life, Jin K not only impersonated me but also copied my poetry. It was understandable he was deceived at first, but even after the truth came out, he still believed her. Wasn't that simply stupidity? Li Mobai, I said coldly, staring into his eyes. My father, my mother, my sister-in-law, and my nephew, 4 lives. Not something you can dismiss as even, and the child in my womb. In 10 years, I was pregnant 4 times. I lost all 4. I was left unable to ever bear children again. And you call that even? I let out a mocking laugh. Between you and me, it ends only in death. I deliberately added fuel to the fire in front of my father. This man is scheming and morally flawed. If he truly wanted to marry a maid, he could have done it quietly. Instead, he made a public spectacle so everyone thought he was marrying into our family, only to end up taking a maid. I suspect he has already aligned himself with your political enemies. Father, you must be cautious. My father took my words seriously. I repeated similar things to the crown prince. He immediately formed a bad impression of Li Mobai. The crown prince was Zhao Sai's cousin, and since he knew about our engagement, he was quite pleased. You should thank Li Mobai. If not for him, Sais wouldn't have rushed to propose. Sais, what do you want? I'll give you a gift to celebrate. Zhao Sais didn't hold back at all. Then give me your hot spring estate outside the capital. The crown prince was stunned. Do you even know how much that's worth? Zhao Sais scratched his head sheepishly. Jinping is afraid of the cold. Yes, I was afraid of the cold, and Li Mobai knew that too. That's why, in my previous life, he chose the cruelest way for me to die. Li Mobai and Jink's wedding was set for the end of June. It was rushed. Her pregnancy couldn't be hidden much longer. In my previous life, my wedding with him had been grand and lively. In this life, his wedding with Jin K was cold and deserted. A top scholar should have been highly sought after, but everyone knew he had offended my father. No one wanted to risk their future for a man with uncertain prospects. Their wedding was held in a small rented courtyard. He spent heavily on the banquet, setting 10 tables, but not a single official attended. Only neighbors came. It was said his face remained dark the entire time. He believed my father had interfered. He ambushed me again while I was out shopping. You think I rose to power in my previous life because of your father? He sneered. The crown prince valued me for my talent and shared ideals. You ignorant woman, you think this can stop me? He was right about one thing. He did have real talent. But what of it? Without connections, he couldn't even meet the crown prince. I called over the shopkeeper. Why is there a beggar in here? Li Mobai was thrown out, his face flushed with anger. He had never managed to meet the crown prince. No matter how talented he was, without someone to introduce him, it was impossible. But I still underestimated him. He managed to attach himself to the chief eunuch, Deng Rushing, not only acknowledging him as a godfather, but even promising that his firstborn son would take Deng's surname and be raised under him. His 60-year-old mother was so angry she fell ill. Jin K, however, supported him. At last, his policy essay reached the crown prince's desk, but the crown prince didn't even read it. He had it thrown away. He despised him. Deng Rushing then secured Li Mobai a minor 7th-rank official position. Though low, it was enough that some families began associating with him out of respect for Deng. At General Sui's mother's 70th birthday banquet, I saw Jin K again. Her belly was already showing. When she noticed me looking at her, her face flushed slightly. She lowered her head, nervously twisting her skirt, then suddenly blurted, "Miss, I know you resent me." I found it amusing. Why would I resent you? My husband ranked first in the exams. Yours only ranked 37th in the second tier. You're of noble status. I'm just a maid, but my husband surpasses yours. Of course you feel unbalanced. She had her own twisted logic. I smiled. You're overthinking. A top scholar isn't that rare. Since the founding of the dynasty, there have been 56. In 3 years, there will be another. No need to think everyone envies it. And besides, I can't live a life of hardship. Jink's tears fell uncontrollably. She turned to run, but Swainwan stopped her. Say less. Don't cause trouble here. She's pregnant. Swainwan was the general's niece. We had always been rivals. rivals for the title of the capital's most talented woman. She wasn't defending Jean K, just taking any chance to argue with me, but my eyes suddenly grew warm, and my tone softened. Fine, for your sake, I won't argue with her. Swainwan looked at me like she'd seen a ghost. Nan Jinping, did you take the wrong medicine? In my previous life, the Sui family had also been implicated in the treason case, but unlike us, they were not innocent. Her uncle, General Sui, had truly colluded with Prince N and opened the gates for him when he attacked the capital. After Prince N's defeat, General Sui was killed by arrows, and the entire Sui family was executed. Swainwan survived only because she resembled Jean K. Li Mobai saved her and took her into his household. Though she opposed me openly, she had secretly helped me many times. When I was gravely ill and Li Mobai refused to call a doctor, she deliberately made herself sick to obtain medicine for me. When I was thrown into the icy pond, she tried to jump in to save me, but Li Mobai stopped her. I stood up and suddenly embraced her. I hereby declare, you are now the most talented woman in the capital. I, Nan Jinping, concede. Stop it, you're scaring me. I'm scared, I replied softly. Jean K left before the banquet ended. I followed her. She immediately put distance between us, wary. What do you want? I smiled faintly. Have you noticed? You and Swainwan look somewhat alike, but she's prettier than you, more refined, more talented, and from a better family. I've heard her family doesn't think much of Li Mobai. You're trying to sow discord. You can ask him yourself. She fled, eyes brimming with tears, but I knew she wouldn't ask. She was just a maid sold by her parents, who had betrayed her master. Aside from Li Mobai, she had no one. She wouldn't dare question him, only observe silently, and eventually discover that Li Mobai did treat Swainwan differently. A pregnant woman is prone to overthinking. Every small detail would be magnified. She would never know peace. When I turned around, Swainwan was standing behind me, frowning. What did you say to her? She looked terrified. Nothing. You've been acting strange today. I didn't explain. Instead, I lowered my voice. Your uncle seems to be associating with certain people. Tell your father to be cautious. She looked at me in shock. I grabbed her hand. This concerns your family's lives. Keep it secret. Terrified, she immediately went to find her father. 2 months later, the Sui family split apart. The brothers turned against each other over Swainwan's marriage. Though nothing came of it, the family fractured completely. I was satisfied. Her father was perceptive. As long as he paid attention, he would uncover the truth and avoid the tragic fate of the previous life. Swainwan later invited me to dine at Zuishan residence and gifted me an expensive set of jewelry. My father said it was a token of thanks. I accepted it without hesitation. Her attitude toward me had softened. She was now willing to confide in me. That Li Mobai has been acting strangely, she said. Every time he sees me, his expression is odd. Once, he even called me Wan Wan. My brother chased him away after that. Swainwan's father was a lecturer at the Hanlin Academy, and the Crown Prince enjoyed listening to his teachings. Li Mobai was likely trying to use that connection. After all, his efforts through dang rushing had yielded little. He still hadn't gained the Crown Prince's favor. Having once stood at the peak, he had no patience to wait years to climb again. Suddenly, there was a commotion at the door. The voice sounded familiar. Swainwan and I opened the door. Outside stood Li Mobai and Zhao Sai's. It turned out Li Mobai had somehow learned of the Crown Prince's whereabouts and followed him to Zuishan residence. The guards refused to let him in, and a conflict broke out. Hearing the noise, the Crown Prince sent Zhao Sai's out to handle it. Zhao Sai's already disliked Li Mobai. After exchanging a few words, he was ready to fight, but the moment he saw me, his demeanor changed instantly. Jinping, you're here too? Their roast pigeon is amazing. You have to try it. Swainwan casually replied, fine, we'll order it later. I'm treating your Jinping today. Just list whatever's good. Zhao Sai's happily rattled off several dishes. Meanwhile, Li Mobai, emboldened by alcohol, was furious. I said I want to see His Highness. Zhao Sai scoffed. Do you think His Highness meets just anyone? Get lost. You're disturbing my conversation. Li Mobai's anger turned toward me. Nan Jinping, did you say something to the Crown Prince? After reading my essay, there's no way he wouldn't meet me. You must have slandered me out of spite. Swainwan stared at him in disbelief. What are you talking about? What does this have to do with her? Li Mobai softened his tone toward her. Miss Sui, stay away from Nan Jinping. She's vicious, untalented, and jealous. You surpass her in every way. One day she'll harm you. Swainwan was furious. Are you insane? I remained calm. His loss of composure meant his mentality was already collapsing, but it wasn't enough. I asked lightly, what essay? The one His Highness threw away? Zhao Sai shrugged. Probably, but if Jinping says it was thrown away, then it was. And even if it wasn't, I'll make sure it is. I smiled at him, full of affection. Li Mobai completely lost control. Nan Jinping, don't push your luck. I warned you not to play tricks, yet you dare ignore me. He had confused past and present, still thinking himself a powerful minister while I was at his mercy. He raised his hand to strike me. He wouldn't have succeeded anyway. Zhao Sai's was already moving, but I still let out a scream and deliberately fell. Zhao Sai's immediately seized the moment. Li Mobai, how dare you attempt to harm the daughter of the Grand Tutor in public? His voice was loud enough for half the restaurant to hear. Before Li Mobai could defend himself, Zhao Sai's grabbed him and threw him straight from the second floor. I stayed home to recover for over half a month. My father tearfully accused Li Mobai before the emperor. The Duke Ching'en's household followed suit, along with Swainwan's father and several censors. Finally, the Crown Prince spoke. This man's character is vile. He is unworthy of being an imperial scholar. The emperor stripped Li Mobai of his top scholar title and his official position. He became the first top scholar in the dynasty's history to be stripped of his honors. A legacy, indeed. I didn't expect him to still seek me out. I brought along a martial maid and instructed her, if he tried to harm me, kill him. But he didn't dare. After being thrown from the building, he had broken his leg. Without proper treatment, it healed poorly. He was now crippled. cold. He limped toward me, still wearing that faded robe. Jinping, I was blind. I was deceived. Jean K has been lying to me all along. She only knows a few characters. She can't compose poetry, paint, or play music. The one I truly loved was you. I know you have feelings for me. He continued. You used Swain Wan to drive a wedge between us. That proves you still care. Jinping, you've already ruined my career. You should be satisfied by now. I promise you, I will marry you. Willingly. We'll live well together. I'll make you a first-rank noble lady, someone admired by the entire capital. Men's confidence, at times, is truly astonishing. I looked at him, speechless. What about Jean K? She deceived me first. By not divorcing her, I've already shown mercy. Considering she's pregnant, I'll keep her as a concubine. She used to serve you anyway. She can continue serving you. I burst into laughter. Li Mobai, in the previous life you endured 10 years to avenge Jean K. I thought your feelings for her were deeper than the sea, higher than the mountains. Turns out, it's nothing but that. For wealth and status, you'd even demote your wife to a concubine. How laughable. Do you take me for someone so cheap? You're nothing now. No status, no money. What makes you think I'd give up the young master of the Duke Chang'en's family for you? His face turned pale. I pressed on. Didn't you say you didn't rely on my family? Now you see the truth. You're nothing without us. With my family here, you'll never get close to the crown prince again. You will never rise. For a long time after that, Li Mobai disappeared from sight, until Princeton entered the capital. Princeton was the emperor's youngest brother, only 4 years older than the crown prince. He appeared useless, indulging in pleasure, but it was all a facade. In my previous life, no one saw his ambition until he rebelled. I had people watch Li Mobai. As expected, he secretly allied himself with Princeton. I felt relieved. Having tasted power before, how could he accept an ordinary life? If he couldn't gain the crown prince's favor, he would seek Prince Anne's instead. He was confident, because he knew the future. 10 years later, Princeton would rebel and nearly seize the throne. In the previous life, Li Mobai had infiltrated the enemy camp, sowed discord, and helped the crown prince destroy Prince Anne's forces. He became a national hero, and because of that, when he later accused my father, no one doubted him. But this time, I wouldn't let him win. I didn't tell the crown prince directly. Without evidence, it would only backfire. Instead, I warned my father through a dream. Then, I acted. I forged the account book Li Mobai would later use. I altered the poisoning timeline of Consort Mu, turning a slow poison into a lethal one. Everything accelerated. The crown prince's investigation quickly led to Li Mobai. The account book exposed Prince Anne's network. The rebellion was crushed before it even began. Li Mobai's grand ambitions were strangled at birth. The night before his execution, I visited him in prison. He sat against the wall, muttering, "This isn't right. Something went wrong." When he saw me, he barely reacted. "You're here to laugh at me. I'm here so you understand before you die." He suddenly realized. "It was you? Impossible. You shouldn't know about the account book. That appears 10 years later." I said calmly, "I recreated it from memory. And Swain Wan told me everything else." He laughed hysterically. "I lost, to the woman I loved." I smiled. "Don't insult Swain Wan. You're not worthy of loving her. And Jean K? You should know. My plan succeeded partly because she cooperated with me." He froze. "She betrayed me? After everything I gave her?" "She's already gone," I said lightly, "spared for her contribution. Married off to a merchant far away. And your mother? She died from anger." He collapsed. "You killed her." "No, you did." As I turned to leave, I added, "Oh, and Deng Rushing? He was my man all along." Half a year after Li Mobai's death, I married Zhao Sai's. On our wedding night, he asked, "If Li Mobai had proposed to you back then, would you have agreed?" I lied smoothly. "Of course not. He's inferior to you in every way. And besides, I've always known you liked me." He blinked. "Then why didn't you ever say anything?" "Because my love only began after marriage." I asked why he brought it up. "I had a dream," he said, kissing me. "It scared me to death, but luckily, it was only a dream."